Tupac, now at the top of his game, was about to go head-on with the legal system his mother fought 20 years earlier. Charges were brought against him and his entourage, accusing him of sodomy and rape.
Truly absurd to think that anybody in the hip-hop game with mild celebrity status has to rape anybody.
This woman supposedly sucked him off in a club a couple of nights, in a club, public club. Come on now, in the hotel. Late night, what you there for? Come on, man. I know my dog. We've been flipping chicks from back in the early 90s on the road and handling, man. We ain't never had to take no ass. Never. You know what I mean? We, from the door, if we going to do something, have that type party, it's from the door. It's let it be known. That's our slogan, let it be known.
Her lack of credibility began to unfold during the course of her testimony in this case. From point A on the dance floor, where she essentially committed sodomy, during the time that she had discussions with young men that she didn't know in the midst of Tupac inside the club, going to the hotel the same night, engaging in sex, engaging in oral sex, coming back several nights later to the same hotel suite, engaging in discussions with the same young men.
Well, yeah, that was a straight-up lie. You know, I mean, I've toured with him. Ladies, he's put out the room and brought them to me. You know, hey, they got to get out my room. You know, if they didn't want to do what he wanted to do, he didn't force them. He didn't care. Bye.
Pac called me after that happened crying. Like, Pac wasn't afraid to cry. That crushed him. You know, sometimes there's always the company you keep. People always say the company you keep, and that will be your downfall. Pac's company was his downfall.
Why am I the only one in court right now? Why is the cameras all on me? And in the report and all these charges, I didn't do nothing. I'm charged with being in concert with some guys. Well, where they at? Why me? Because I'm Tupac. No, I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at the system. I don't want nobody else to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to go to jail for something I didn't do.
It was just crazy that he was in jail behind it. Come on now. Come on now.
Tupac's attorney questioned why Mr. Jack Agnew, who was arrested with Tupac, but whose case was separated from his client, received only probation. Mr. Agnew introduced Tupac to the alleged victim, and Tupac believed that he may have been a government informant.
The facts that we were able to delve up were that he had been arrested a number of times all around the country. We were able to get a national rap sheet on him. He never did a serious day in jail. That all these cases had the ultimate result of being dismissed.
After 8 months in jail, Tupac's case was appealed, but he was unable to raise the $1.4 million bail. It was then that he was approached by Death Row Records president Suge Knight, who offers to post the bail in return for a recording contract. The agreement was written by hand and signed from a cell.
Yeah, we discussed him going to death row. You know, it had always been in the picture because Pac and Suge was cool. Suge had been trying to get him on death row since early on, but, you know, Pac was established enough he didn't have to go that route. He ended up between a rock and a hard place, and, you know, he decided to make that move.
Fresh out of jail, out on bail.
We gonna show you how we do it on Death Row. Run that shit. I got the dog pound.
He knew who he was signing with. He knew all the controversy.
Making a deal with the devil. I got to do, and I was saying, he said, I got to do this. He says right now, because this is the only choice I got. I worried about him every day because he was my friend. I knew the reputation. Being in law enforcement, I knew various things that you see, that you hear, that you just know. You see what's being associated. You talk to other people that were in the music industry. I watched the fear of other people.
Well, I don't talk about Suge, man. I don't even get into that little conversation. You can skip me with all them questions, man.
Many of Tupac's friends questioned his decision to record with Death Row.